So Trump had an absolutely bonkers press conference the other day, or speech he gave, and as you can see, he has these massive Israeli flags behind him. I'm going to do a separate segment where I get into his comments on Israel in particular during this speech he gave. But one moment really stuck out to people and led to quite a backlash. This is up there with all-time Trump foot-in-mouth moments. So he's talking about Miriam Adelson, of course, Sheldon Adelson's wife. Sheldon Adelson gave Trump hundreds of millions of dollars for his last presidential campaigns. In exchange for that, Trump moved the embassy to Jerusalem. Trump did the Abraham Accords, which, of course, was a massive middle finger to the Palestinians, basically saying, you guys don't matter. We're going to work around you. There will never be peace. You will never get a state. He recognized Golan Heights as Israel, even though it's Syria's. He did a number of things that were directly because of Sheldon Adelson's money. Well, Sheldon Adelson has since passed away. Miriam Adelson is his wife. Now, Miriam Adelson is offering Trump $100 million if Trump officially, legally recognizes the annexation of the West Bank as part of Israel, as opposed to what it is, which is Palestinian territory. Okay, so giving you all that backstory, listen to what he said. Here he's going to talk about the different presidential medals. Okay, listen to what he says here. This led to huge backlash.
I have to say, Miriam, I watched Sheldon sitting so proud in the White House when we gave Miriam the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's the highest award you can get as a civilian. It's the equivalent of the Congressional Medal of Honor, but civilian version. It's actually much better because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's soldiers. They're either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets, or they're dead. She gets it, and she's a healthy, beautiful woman. It's right. And they're rated equal.
So he's saying the civilian Congressional Medal of Freedom is better than the Congressional Medal of Honor, which goes to soldiers. And he's like, well, there's all, they get shot, they're missing a limb. It's very difficult. It's better to get the Congressional Medal of Freedom because then, you're okay. You're okay. Beautiful, beautiful young lady. Everything's working. Oh, my God. So, look, I saw a number of veterans on Twitter who were saying, okay, that's it. That was the last straw. I'm done with this guy. I'm done with him. Look, the bigger the degree of sacrifice, the more the medal means, right? And here you have these soldiers who have all sorts of issues or demonstrated all kinds of courage and bravery. And now he's saying, this billionaire robber baron who I'm going to give a medal to because they funded my campaign. That's actually much better. It's much better. You're literally giving out a medal because of corruption. You're saying you bribed me. I like you because you gave me money and I'll give you what you want policy-wise. Isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful? You deserve a Congressional Medal of Freedom. That's incredible, bro. The medal for oligarchs, you say, is, quote, better than the medal for soldiers. Oh, my God. So, look, here, I'll break this down for you here. This was a TikTok video. I actually think it kind of sums it up well. And you could tell watching this Trump guy trying to defend it, even he knows, like, oh, my God, what thing do I have to defend now for Trump? And there's a guy who replies and really breaks it down for you what the problem is. Here we go.
Well, the media's at it again, twisting what Donald Trump said.
Yep. Well, here we go. We all knew this was coming. The old what he meant to say.
So I'm starting to think, like, if you actually believe what CNN and the media is telling you, there might not be any hope left for you. So let me explain this one, and maybe I'll get through to somebody.
See, that's the thing, is we all don't believe in what the media says. What we do is trust our own eyes and ears. But please do go on.
What he meant by the Medal of Freedom being a better award to get than the Medal of Honor is very simple.
We're not just going to stop and say that that's an insane thing to say, period. Okay.
If you won the Medal of Honor, more than likely, you're dead. Your body got shot up and mangled. At best, you watched a bunch of your friends get shot, burned up, and die in the battlefield. That's what he meant by it.
Two things. One, still an insane thing to say because he's dishonoring soldiers' memory and sacrifice by equating the Medal of Honor with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And two, look how fucking uncomfortable you are. Your hand playing, you're rocking back and forth, your uncontrolled eye movements. You know what you're saying is bullshit. You know what he said is wrong, and you can't believe you have to sit there and defend it. But because it's your whole personality online, you're too dug in and you can't turn around now, can you?
And if you can't figure that out, I don't know if there's any hope left for you.
There's nothing to figure out, my guy. We all saw it with our own eyes and ears. And here's where your argument falls apart. Draft dodger. Suckers and losers. Don't bring the wounded up on stage. Nobody wants to see that.
Ooh.
People think he's a hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured. These are all things Donald Trump has said about the military to dishonor them. So no, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, and you don't get to explain this one away again. And even if you could, the words he said were the Medal of Honor and the Presidential Medal of Freedom were on the same level. They're the same honor. So Audie Murphy is the same as Ellen DeGeneres. Kyle Carpenter is the same as Bill Cosby.
Oh.
That what amounts to be a Lifetime Achievement Award for athletes and actors and architects and authors and things like that is the exact same thing as going above and beyond the call of duty or giving the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. Because if that's what you're saying, if you can't figure that out, well, I don't know if there's any hope left for you.
Like I said, man, this even pissed off a lot of veterans I saw on Twitter. Also, that host Leland Vittert, who's very right-wing on News Nation, he had on Corey Lewandowski, who's now part of the Trump campaign again, and Corey Lewandowski was trying to clean it up, and Leland Vittert was not buying what he was saying. It was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And he didn't even put them on the same level. He said one is better than the other. So in other words, the medal that required the greater sacrifice is the one that's, you know, it's not as good as the Medal of Freedom. It's not as good. Guys, like, just to give you one example, Tiger Woods got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I'm literally the biggest Tiger Woods fan on the planet. I can go through all of his records with you. I know more about him than almost anybody. But to say that a golfer, somebody who hits a ball around a field, right? Like, that he got a higher honor than somebody who was like fucking paralyzed in battle and saved their fellow soldiers. Like, what are we talking about, man? Holy shit. It's the Presidential Medal of Freedom is better than the Medal of Honor. Look, he's doing it to himself, right? He's shoving his foot in his mouth. It really reminds me of, remember that time in 2016 where Trump was going around saying that Obama is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS. And then other people would try to soften it by saying, no, what he means is Obama funded the so-called moderate rebels in Syria, but they turned out to be jihadists, and that's what he means when he says that. And Trump would be like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Obama founded ISIS. He founded ISIS. And it felt like, oh, you look like you're trying to lose now. It's a similar moment to this. You're in a room with billionaire donors, and to suck up to and suck off the billionaire donors, you are saying to them, what you get, what I bestow upon you is even better than the Presidential Medal of Honor, which has gone to soldiers showing incredible courage and bravery and the ultimate sacrifices, right? There's like, what sacrifice has Miriam Adelson made? She's a billionaire fucking fail wife who inherited $1 gazillion, and she wants to pay for Israel to annex more land and fuck over more Palestinians. That woman is a disgrace, and Trump is a disgrace for giving her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Why are you even doing that? Again, it's because she gives him money. So this is, oh, I'll pay you back by giving you a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and saying that's a better medal than the Medal of Honor for soldiers who show a lot of bravery. So, oh my God, man. He's doing it to himself, bro. He's doing it to himself. And as I said, I'll say it again. If we keep going on this trajectory we're on, I'm sorry. We're looking at a landslide in favor of the Democrats. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.